Learning to communicate using picture systems can be challenging for anyone who is nonverbal, minimally verbal, or is an emerging communicator. It can be especially difficult if the student has autism. This video will explain one strategy used to support language development and teach children to communicate with their picture-based augmentative communication systems. This strategy is called aided language. Aided language is also known as aided language stimulation, aided language input, aided language immersion, or augmented language. It was created by Elder, Gossens, and Crane and is based on the idea that by watching others use pictures during motivating activities, children begin to learn that the picture symbols can be used as communication tools. To practice aided language, we model or provide examples to the child of how to communicate using pictures. The concept is simple. You have to speak with pictures if you want them to speak in pictures. If you were teaching them French, you would speak to them in French. They have to be exposed to people speaking with pictures in order to learn how to speak with pictures like you would do in any language immersion program. This is how it would look like. You will pair the key word with his pictures as you talk. For example, if you want to tell the child time to eat your crackers, you would point to crackers. As you get better at speaking with pictures, you will start using more keywords. For example, you might say, time to eat your crackers. In addition to modeling directives, you also need to comment on what the child is hearing, seeing, and doing with body language. For example, if you see that the child is resting his head on the table and rubbing his eyes, you can say, I think you're tired. Aided language can be used with low-tech communication systems or high-tech communication systems. In this next video, you're going to see a child with his EA and his EA providing support with a high-tech communication device that she carries.
Need a break? Okay, Ryan, no, not yet. I need you to have something to eat. Good job.
You should use aided language to model communication for many purposes, such as making comments. Look, ball go in. Asking questions. Where did you go? Sharing information. She has new shoes. And greetings. Hi, how are you? Remember, we are using pictures to provide examples so that the child learns to use pictures to communicate back to us. So we need to talk about things that the child finds interesting, motivating, and useful. Use short, simple language, speak slowly, and pause at times during the conversational flow. Use lots of repetition as you describe ongoing events. Keep in mind that this will initially slow down your communication, but that's okay because you're also learning, and this will help you to understand how hard it is to use picture-based augmentative communication systems. It is just like learning a new language. To maximize the child's learning, we should aim to use pictures to communicate with the child at least 20 times per hour. This might sound like too much on top of everything else you have to do, but think about how verbal kids learn to talk. By the time they are 18 months old, they have been exposed to approximately 4,400 hours of language. That is 8 hours a day of hearing spoken language for 18 months. So, if a nonverbal child is exposed to picture-based communication for only 10 minutes per day, then it would take them 84 years to reach the same level of language exposure as the 18-month-old verbal child. Our goal is that the child will eventually start pointing at the pictures to tell you things, praise them, and continue using aided language to have a conversation with them. Aided language should be used in a turn-taking manner, and focus should be placed on having an enjoyable, shared interaction together.